Okay, so your dinner's like your meat and 3 veg. Do you usually go for desserts or anything, or no? Are you a coffee drinker? Do you do?
Not really. Sometimes I'll have coffee.
What about cheeses and things like that?
I like cheese and crackers, but not. I won't sit down and have cheese and crackers. Generally,
yeah,
no.
yeah. So your fruits are pretty good because you do your smoothies. So I'd say about 2 to 3 serves a day because you have different kinds in your smoothies. And we've got your breads and cereals. So what about dinners? Do you do pastas and things like that for dinner?
Yeah.
Is that do you do any porridges or muesli or?
Sometimes I have porridge and sometimes I have muesli. I'll only kind of have one of them per day. Like I'll either have toast, porridge, or muesli.
Yeah. So depending on the day, because we might look at bread for breakfast, maybe noodles for dinner. So I'm just going to pop that around the 4 to 5. I'm a pasta person at night, so that's where my serve comes from. And your dairy's pretty good because you do your milks in your and your cheeses. Yeah. So we'll go 2 to 3 serves per day. And your meat's always good. Do you and you like your fish?
Yeah.
Yeah. What about eggs? Do you usually have eggs?
Eggs. That's something I'll have for lunch.
Breakfast.
Eggs on toast.
Oh, nice. Do you do any beans, legumes, lentils?
Not really.
No, so never big on that. We'll go 2 to 3 for your meats because you do have like your meats for dinner, and then you've got your fish and things like that.
Yeah.
What do you think your extras are? So things like what you snack on, dessert, cool drink, soft like.
Oh, I don't do cool drink. I do chocolate.
Yeah.
Chocolate during the day.
So if we're going over a week, what do you think? So I'll give you.
I probably have 4 squares a day in a way, like average. Yeah.
So we'll say a serve of chocolate is 25 grams. So that would be that little square.
Yeah.
How many times do you think you do that a week?
Probably once a day.
Probably once a day?
Yeah.
Nice, not bad. So do you do anything else, like your processed meats or your ice creams or your snacks and chips?
Ham, is that processed meat? Sometimes I'll do a ham sandwich.
How you get it? It can be.
I just get ham off the bone.
Any hot chips or pastries?
Oh, maybe like once a week.
Yeah. No, big question. Alcohol intake. What?
No, I don't drink much. No. Only I'll do a big night out every now and then, but
on a weekly basis, you don't have maybe like a white on a Friday or no, you don't. No. That's good.
Yeah.
Better than me.
Yeah.
We'll still put you about the.
I definitely eat. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll go to 7 to 9 just because if you do chocolate every day and then that.
Yeah, definitely.
And then little bits of chips here and there.
Yeah.
It's not that bad. Once every day is all right. So I definitely don't think you would need a referral of any kind.
I know what I should be doing.
Yeah, you know what you should and shouldn't be doing, so we'll say no. But I think a big one that we can do is your breads and cereals. So just, looking for those alternatives. You do your crackers instead of your breads and things like that. It's good that you do your Wheat Bix and you have your shakes. So if you... I know you're busy, but if you do your shakes more than your breads and your cereals and things like that, that's where you're going to do really well. And cutting back on that chocolate, I reckon every other day, because you don't want to completely cut it out. Yep. So I always like the 3 C's, so I never cut out. I cut down and I compromise. So that's where my 3 C's come in.
Sounds good.
So are you happy with those strategies? Yeah. So we'll go for more shakes for breakfast, because they keep you pretty full, don't they?
Yep.
And we'll cut back on our extras. So chocolate every other day. Alright, so now we're just going to move on to a bit of calculations. So this is about your kilojoules per day. So a lot of people can work in calories. This is just another way of looking at it. So the number might seem high, but when you convert it back, it's not that bad. So your average woman daily intake of calories is around your 8,700. But also it depends on how active you are and everything like that. So what you put out, you want to put back in. Alright, so from before we've gotten your height and weight. So from that we calculated your BMI, which is your body mass index. So from your height and weight you have a body mass index of 31.88. So they say anything, so 25 to even 20, anything above 25 really they say is overweight. So and then past 29 is going into your overweight stage. So what we want to do is calculate your weight, so what it should be to have a BMI of 25. So I'm just going to quickly do that for you. It won't take me too long. Okay, so if we don't have to worry about all the calculations, but if we adjust it down, for your height, you're to be at a BMI of 25, which is in the healthy weight range, your weight should be looking around the 75.37, so 75.4, anywhere around that. We all yo-yo.
Yep.
So 15 kilos, which is very doable. Obviously over an extended period of time, we can definitely get there. So if we want to know that your calories per day for all that to be at the 75, yeah. We're in the 30 range. So if we take your, as you're a female, your age range, and we go off this calculation, and we go from your adjusted body weight, calories per, kilojoules per day is 6,101, pretty much. We can round up. But because you're active, obviously you would need to consume more when you're active, so you are burning the fuel. So what best describes your physical activity level? So we've got sedentary, which is pretty much sitting down kind of job, light activity, moderate activity, heavy or vigorous.
On a daily basis?
Yeah, so calculating in what you're doing every day.
I try and do a gym class most days.
Yeah.
And then with 2 little kids, I'm up and about.
So I'd probably say you're around the moderate.
Yeah, I'd average out to be moderate.
Yeah. To be at the heavy, we'd probably have to chuck a couple gym sessions in on the daily basis. But if we calculate your kilojoules per day, and then this is just times in by your physical activity. So this will just get us what you can be allowed to take. So say the average was the 8.7, but because you work so much, your total energy expenditure, so you're looking at the 10,981.
Okay.
So we can lift that quite a lot from what you're eating. So, and it's swapping out things like having your good fats like your avocados, and even trying some beans and lentils with your dinner for that protein. And it's a good source of or alternative if you didn't want to do the meat. I know that's hard when you have a man in the house, but it's always good to get those good fats in, and that's what can lift that without lifting body weight. How does that sound?
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Yep.
Is there anything that you want to ask me or anything?
I think so. That's pretty.
We do have our healthy eating guide, so obviously you would have seen one of these before.
Yeah.
So this is just letting you know basically your serving size. So I always say serving size like noodles.
That's where I need to cut back.
And yeah, because having 2 pieces of bread is actually 2 servings. Yep. So that's how we always get a large amount of food, and our dinner is always our biggest, and it shouldn't be, whereas our breakfast is most important. Lunch can be quite heavy depending on when you work out during the day, but you don't really want to eat those big meals at dinner time, and that's how we get the appropriate serving sizes.
Yep. Cool.
Oh, all right.
Thank you.
No worries.